Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Daysi DIY. Today I'm gonna share with you guys an easy and beautiful Christmas DIYs. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. I'm gonna be using these wooden trees that I got from Dollar General, and I found it this year, and I always love to show you guys the item number just in case if you guys need it. So the first thing, I just want to use this Waverly paint on color moss to paint it, and I grabbed a baby wipe this time because I see a few friends that they say that it's wonderful and amazing technique to use like a baby wipe, and at the same time, you know, like when I was painting it with the same baby wipe, I kind of remove a little bit of the paint so we can see a little bit of the wood, and I just did one coat and I just repeat the same step with the other three pieces, and I just let it dry completely. And first I was thinking just to put the trees together because you guys can see like you can place the two pieces and it will form like a tree, but my base, it was kind of smaller, so at the end I did another thing and I think it turned out really beautiful. So for the base, I just grabbed this piece of wood that I have just on hand, and I just covered the holes with a little bit of the spackling because they had like two holes. And once I placed these wooden snowmen, I know for sure they're gonna have that gap. I just grabbed 4 pieces of these wood snowmen, and I was so happy to find it at my Dollar Tree because I saw a few videos from a talented friends that they showed, you know, like Dollar Tree haul and all that fun stuff that they do. And I never found this snowman, so it was amazing to find it this year. To glue them, I just used a little bit of the wood glue and hot glue, and I think it's just way better just to use wood glue, you know. But you know, I'm always in the rush and I couldn't wait to dry all the way, you know, so that's why I just use a little bit of the hot glue so I can hold it just in place. And I just want to take a moment to mention that today I'm taking part in this Christmas collab that is being hosted by the amazing Liyana from Liyana DIYs, and her co-host for this month we have 2 talented friends. The first one is the Crafty Hints, and the other one is Mama Can Make It. And all these talented friends that they're participating with us today, I hope you guys enjoy. In my description box below, I will link it, the link of the playlist and also the link of their channels. And please don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. So let's go back again with the project. I'm gonna be using the Rust-Oleum paint on color white to paint it, and I always mention to you guys, like, I'm always just giving you an idea and you guys can paint your project the color of your preference. I just went with the basic color because you cannot go wrong, you know. So I just did one coat and I just let it dry really well. The next thing that I'm using 4 pieces of the Jenga blocks, and I went over with the same Waverly on color moss to paint it, and I just used the same baby wipe. It still had a little bit of the paint. I'm gonna be using these 4 pieces, gonna be kind of like the support for the trees, and I will show you in a minute. And once they were completely dry, I just put it on the top of the base, and I just used a little bit of the hot glue so it can hold it in place into the wood glue. It dries completely, and you guys can see how I placed the 4 pieces. I kind of put one on the back and the other one on the front. I think you guys can have an idea how I placed them. And I just used the hot glue to glue the trees, but I'm like, why I didn't use the wood glue, you know, so they can have like a permanent hole, you know. So first I just put the bigger tree and the other one like the smaller one, and the back again with the, it was the smaller one or bigger one, I'm not sure, you know, but I will show you in a minute. And it was really simple and easy project to create. If it bothers you, the line that I had the tree, you guys can cover with a little bit of the spackling, but I think it gives a lot of detail to the trees. I really like it, you know, so it doesn't bother me, the lines. I just put a few pieces of the red berries and it turned really beautiful, this project. And like on the back, you guys can see the pieces of the jingle blocks. It's just perfect, you know, because it seems like it's part of the trees. I just love it, you know. But please let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about our first project? For the next DIY, I'm gonna create a ladder. So I just cut 4 pieces of wood and measured 6 inches. And the bigger one, they measured 21 inches. And the bigger ones, I didn't cut them, you know. And I grabbed a piece of this sandpaper just to sand the piece of wood really well. And once I was done, I grabbed a pencil and I kind of like make a line so I can guide from those lines to make a holes with the drill, because I decided to reinforce it way better so I can put a screw, you know. I just used a little bit of the wood glue and I just place it. And first I kind of like went over, you know, like, oh, let me put all the 4 pieces, you know, the small ones, and I will put the screws, but it was kind of hard, you know. And I will show you in a minute that I found a way easy how to create it, you know, because I create 2 small ladders. So here's where I show you that I just put the screw, but can you guys see like it was falling apart already, you know, because I didn't use hot glue, just to hold it a little bit, you know, the pieces. So here's where I show you like it's way better to put all the screws. I think this is the second ladder that I create, and I'm like, it's way easy to do it this way, you know. But like I say, you guys can use a little bit of the hot glue so it can hold it, you know, just that piece of wood, you know, until you put the screws, if you guys want to put the screws, you know. So once I was done creating my ladder, I want to use a little bit of this Waverly anti-wax. I just grab a small piece of this bat sponge and I just paint the wood, you know. I want to distress it a little bit, so once I put the other color on the top, it will show this color anti-wax under. I'm thinking right now too, you guys can do it opposite way too, you know, like paint it color white and distress it a little bit with the anti-wax. You guys can do that too, you know. Or you guys can paint it like black or green or red. There's so many colors that you guys can paint this beautiful ladder. So here's where my ladder is completely dry. So I went over and used that Rust-Oleum paint on color white. And I didn't want to paint it all the way white because like I mentioned, I want the color anti-wax to show a little bit. That was the whole reason to do the color under, you know. I just painted really well and I just let it dry my ladder. It was really simple and easy to create this project. And I forgot to mention like where did I get those pieces of wood. I got it from Dollar General. and they were like 99 cents or $1 a piece. The next thing, I'm gonna be using these wreath forms that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just using the small ones that they come two in a pack. I use the two wreath, like I mentioned, I create two ladders, and I grabbed this greenery and I just cut it so I can have just the peaks, like so we can put it all around the wreath. I grabbed a few pieces of that zip ties and it holds amazing, You guys can use hot glue to glue them, or floral wire. Once I was done, I just got my scissor and I just cut the remaining piece of the zip tie. The next thing, we're using these red berries that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna cut just a few pieces so we can place it on the top of the wreath, and it turned out really beautiful. This wreath, I just love it. If you guys want to, it can match a little bit more with the Christmas theme and everything, I'm thinking right now it will look really amazing to to use a little bit of the paint and kind of like give this a snow effect to the greenery. I think it will look amazing, the wreath, but I didn't do it because I will remove those red berries and reuse my wreath for summer. I'm gonna be using this Christmas ornament that I got from Dollar General. It's really beautiful, the tag. I didn't even glue the wreath, because with the same piece of that hanger that I had that small tag, it was just perfect to wrap it around, and I just used a little bit of the hot glue to secure really well the remaining piece of the jute twine. Also, you guys can just use like a small hanger, and place it on the middle, and you guys can just remove the wreath, or you guys can just put something else, on the ladder. There's so many options. So this is how it looks at project once we're done. It turned out amazing, this ladder. I love it, and especially the tag. But please let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this other project? For the next project, I'm going to be using this LED glitter ornament. I got it at my Dollar Tree, and I think it was last year, and it was the first time that I see that it works the light. I'm like, oh, it's amazing, I'm going to grab one piece of this Christmas pick that I got from Ross, and it comes 12 pieces in a bag and only cost me $3.99. It was a great price. So I grabbed one piece of this pick and I just kind of bend it a little bit so I can put it on the top, and it will look amazing if you put one or two picks. I decide to use only one, and I just use a little bit of the hot glue to glue it. And also I grabbed a piece of this beautiful ribbon. I want to put it on the top so it can have like a hanger so I can hang this ornament on my Christmas tree. Or you guys can just use that other like kind of wire, you know, hangers. It was really simple to create this ornament, but I think it has this high-end look. But please let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this ornament? For my last project, I'm gonna create a window, and for that I just grabbed a piece of wood that I have on hand, but you guys can recreate this window using a few signs from Dollar Tree. You guys can grab like 2 pieces, and I'm pretty sure you guys can recreate the same project that I create. And to paint it, I'm gonna be using the Rust-Oleum paint on color white. You guys can use any paint of your preference, and I think it will look amazing. So I just did 1 coat and I just put it to a side and let it dry really well. The next thing, we're using a color pencil on color brown. So I'm gonna create these chiplet look lines that I love to create on my projects. And for that, I just went over with my color pencil. I traced my lines twice or 3 times. So my sign, it was really big, so I just kind of create the lines on the top and I create the lines on the bottom, and I just connect them, you know. And I grabbed a piece of paper and I just went over and distressed the lines a little bit, and that's the only thing that I did. They turned out amazing, the lines. The next thing, we're gonna grab a few pieces of these woods that I had, and I just cut it to the side of the sign. And you guys can see I have 2 long ones and the mediums and 3 small ones, and they were already on color white, but on the side I just painted, and I just paint all the pieces with the same paint. I didn't distress anything. Can you guys believe it? You know, I just wanted color white, so I just put it all the pieces to a side and I just let it dry really well. And once they were dry, I just kind of like put it on the side, you know, to form the window. I'm gonna be using wood glue with a little bit of the hot glue so it can have a permanent hold. And I just put the pieces on the side, and you guys can see I kind of like glued them on the top of the sign so they can have like a support, you know. And I just put the ones on the side and also on the bottom. And once I was done, I move on with the 3 pieces. If you guys have like a stapler, you guys can just put a few staplers on the back, or kind of like a small nails too, I think, so they can be a little bit sturdy, that sign, you know. I just used my stapler. It was the first time that I used it, so I'm like, it was horrible how I put them in the back. And the end, they turned out amazing. And I kind of paint the sign on the back, and I will show you at the end, you know, how bad they look, you know. The next thing, we're gonna grab these Christmas pigs that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just cut a few pieces because I'm gonna put all the pigs together and I'm gonna secure all the pieces with the zip tie. And I kind of trying to make it uneven. So when I was placing, I'm like, it's missing one pick on the other side. It looks so uneven. I didn't want to tie it all the way, you know, because that's when I realized, I'm like, on the other side looks like we just have a few berries. So with the remaining piece of the zip type, I just cut it. The next thing, we're gonna grab this picture frame that I got from Dollar Tree, and it looks adorable already. So I was thinking about it's just the perfect, you know, to place it on the middle of my window. And I just kind of like glue it on the back too so it won't move, you know. And I grabbed my Christmas pic that I create and I just place it on the top. It was so easy and beautiful, the window. I just love it, and you guys can paint it at any color, and I think it will look amazing too. I placed just a piece of that narco rope on the back so we can hang it. And can you guys see like kind of the staplers, you know, they're all over, you know, on the back. But it was fun and easy project to create, and they're super easy, and I think it will look amazing in your house. But please let me know in the comments down below, with all the projects that I create for you guys today, which one it was your favorite. And please don't forget to see all the videos that all these talented friends that they're participating with us. Thank you so much, Liyana, for hosting this wonderful collab. So that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time that I load a new video. And please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you so much and have an amazing day.